So my technical background is mechanical engineering, and I started with mechanical engineering and already knew about the profession of a patent attorney. So basically, I think that people of my age didn't know about IP management when they started their career. And what I did during my studies was to focus on innovative technology. So I ended up with a specialization in mechatronics, and I ended after 5 years with a master's degree in mechanical engineering, and still was determined to get a patent attorney. I did the quite typical patent attorney career by training in an IP law firm, and knew in the end that I wanted to be closer to the decisions concerning IPR, which is the fact in an organization, in a company. And there I made several steps until I did get the offer from MTU Aero Engines, which is Germany's leading engine manufacturer for engines like engines for the A320 of Airbus. I can agree that basically most IP departments do patent work and try to patent ideas which are mere incremental, so it's an improvement of the existing product. In aviation industry, I experienced something different, a change which is different, or what is specific for the aviation industry, is that there is a initiative of the European Commission which is called Flight Path 2050, and the goal of Flight Path 2050 is a emission-free aviation industry within the next 30 years. It seems to be a long time. Actually, it isn't a long time for achieving this, and what we need to get there are revolutionary ideas. So we are not only focused on patenting incremental improvements of our current product, but we also start to focus on how can we foster innovation within our community, our network of inventors within the company. There are several aspects when it comes to digitalization. There is the product, there are the methods of manufacturing the product. In our industry, it is also the fact that we have a maintenance and repair business also, and a fourth aspect which is something important for an IP department, is to think about how inventors want to work in 5 years from now, what kind of tools they need. For example, you could think about artificial intelligence tools to improve search algorithms. You can think about natural language processing to understand the patterns of your competitor faster than a human could do it. So we have to make sure that we keep track on those different aspects. And I have a further example when it comes to 3D printing. MTU was one of the first companies within the industry to have an airborne 3D printed part, which now flies in an engine for the A320. And it was not certain at this point when we started with the development for a 3D printed part how to handle the IP for it, and it was rather a decision and to go for the right IP rights and not that much as a challenge, because basically there are the laws, there are the IP tools to protect also improvements when it comes to digitalization. There are 2 points. First of all, you might remember that you visited us in nearby Munich when we had a team event a couple of years ago, and you did give a very inspiring speech for us, and it was a kind of, I owe you something and I want to give back the favor. But there is a second point. I think it is really good to have IP managers trainings, because when it comes to the skill set and mindset you need within an organization, I think it is good to be a patent attorney, but it is not the same skill set you would need to be a patent attorney in a patent law firm. So I want to support this idea of doing a special training for IP managers.